by Whoopi Goldberg, who, by the way, may not ever taking
I'll relive it themselves.
Turn on the television, girl.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm leaving y'all.
CEO Bob Iger says he wants to get rid of ABC and those legacy TV businesses, so you may not have to watch her for long. That'll be the good news.
Another day, another interesting development in the world of Whoopi Goldberg. Trish Reagan has made a shocking new revelation about how there is the possibility of Disney pulling the plug on The View. And guess what? She actually brought up Whoopi directly, saying she might be out of a job soon.
I've been alive a long time. My phone has never rung. No one has ever polled me.
And a lot of people seem to be pretty happy about it. This person made their opinion on the show known, saying, "Trish, I enjoy everything you post. I would prefer making all of them accountable for their actions, and hopefully they reap what they sow." While this person straight up called Whoopi evil, I never watched that vile show. She really is horrible. I used to respect her. Never ever again. Evil on that show. So it seems those rumors about Whoopi's job being in jeopardy might just hold some truth. A few months back, Whoopi was actually exploring other opportunities. Back in June, the 67-year-old star openly declared her desire to take over as the new host of Wheel of Fortune. This interesting turn of events followed the announcement that Pat Sajak, the 76-year-old host of the show, was retiring after an impressive 41 seasons. The show's hosts got to talking about Sajak's exit and the possible successors. Ken Jennings, the Jeopardy host, joined in on the conversation. Jennings hailed Sajak as a legend and threw in a playful quip about the price of vowels remaining steady on Wheel of Fortune. He also hinted at the need for a contingency plan, humorously suggesting there might be an envelope somewhere with instructions for when Pat decides to call it quits. Now here's where it gets interesting. Whoopi herself jumped into the discussion with a bold proclamation. "I want that job." She definitely didn't hold back her enthusiasm and seemed genuinely excited at the prospect, mentioning that it would be lots of fun. There's been some talk that Disney, the show's parent company, might be thinking about pulling the plug on The View. Given the company's recent moves, like shutting down Disney Plus in areas where it's not as profitable, the idea of shutting down The View doesn't seem entirely far-fetched. Besides, the show's reputation hasn't exactly been stellar, especially from the perspectives of those working on the inside. Remember Meghan McCain, one of the co-hosts of The View? She's one of the rare ones who left the show on her own accord and not because she got shown the door. Meghan's time on the show was a mix of highs and lows. She brought in strong conservative viewpoints and contributed to good ratings, but her journey also had personal challenges. Her father's passing, the toxic workplace behavior, and the backstage tensions took a toll on her, ultimately leading her to decide that stepping away was the best choice. The show, which kicked off in 1997 thanks to creator Barbara Walters, has witnessed plenty of HR complaints and orchestrated firings in general. It's been quite the roller coaster ride behind the curtain. Keeping Whoopi in line must be hard enough as it is, what with her long line of controversies behind her. For example, she didn't hold back her thoughts on The View regarding Jason Aldean's song, "Try That in a Small Town." From her perspective, the visual aspects in the music video depicting Black Lives Matter protests didn't quite hit the mark. Interestingly, Goldberg pointed out, he's got folks from the Black Lives Matter movement, and he's talking about people taking care of each other, and I find it so interesting that it never occurred to Jason or the writers that that's what these folks were doing. They were taking care of the people in their town because they didn't like what they saw. In response, there are claims that Aldean has taken legal action by filing a substantial $40 million lawsuit against Goldberg and the other hosts of The View. There's an article titled, "Jason Aldean Files Defamation Suit Against Whoopi and The View, I'm No Racist," that digs into the intricate details of the situation. The article claims that the lawsuit alleges Whoopi and other hosts implied he was a racist due to his new song. On another completely different day, Whoopi got fed up enough that she left the table in the middle of a heated discussion to do something quite unexpected. She took a selfie with a 91-year-old member of the audience. Just to give you a little context, there was this debate about Miranda Lambert scolding concertgoers for taking photos during her Las Vegas show. Sunny Hostin, a co-host, jumped in saying she'd take as many selfies as she wants if she's paid a hefty $757 for tickets. Well, Whoopi wasn't having any of it. She snapped back, "You know what? Stay home. If you're going to spend $750 to come to my concert, then give me the respect of watching me do my thing or don't come." When Hostin mentioned she likes keeping concert memories on her phone, Whoopi went all in. She got up from her seat saying, "Turn on the television, girl." And just like that, Whoopi dramatically left the table, heading towards the audience. Of course, Joy Behar couldn't let that slide without asking where she was going, and Whoopi, in all her glory, declared, "I'm leaving, y'all," as she made her way to the studio audience seats. But wait, there's more. Whoopi had a mission with that selfie. She explained to the 91-year-old lady she approached, "I want to take a picture with this marvelous woman who is 91. So we're going to do a selfie, just me and you. Will you push that button? We'll be right back." Now, while this whole selfie thing might have added a touch of fun to The View, Miranda Lambert's fans were a bit divided about her own concert incident. Some called her out for being rude to her fans, while others argued that those busy taking photos were actually disturbing the experience for others. This person tweeted, "Apparently, Whoopi has no idea how to handle the Gen Zers. Shouldn't she know already that they're all about selfies? She's clueless, just like the others." While another person said they'd be happy if Whoopi just told The View to get lost, I wouldn't have been mad if Whoopi took this time to tell ABC and The View producers to kiss her ass and say she quit and walked off the set. She would have got a standing ovation from me. Keeping her in line can't be easy, especially considering her history. In 2022, she made headlines for all the wrong reasons. One of the most contentious instances involved her making comments about the Holocaust, and this ended up with her getting a 2-week suspension from The View in February. In January 2022, Whoopi, who had a Jewish background, sparked outrage when she declared on the show that the Holocaust wasn't about race, but about man's inhumanity to man. ABC News President Kim Godwin took swift action, suspending Whoopi and emphasizing the importance of reflecting on and understanding the gravity of her words. Whoopi did issue an apology, but she stuck to her stance later in the year. And hey, there's more controversy where that came from. Remember back in 2015 when she controversially stood up for Bill Cosby amid the numerous sexual assault allegations against him? Even though she later shifted her position, the damage had been done. Then there was her take on the #Oscars So White movement in 2020, where she challenged the notion that the awards were about race. And let's not also forget the backlash she faced over her comments on the Ray Rice domestic violence incident in 2014. Now, circling back to the present, Whoopi recently spilled some personal details on The View. She candidly admitted that she regrets getting married, even though she's had 3 marriages in the past. She openly expressed frustration about the tedium and financial burden of her divorces, especially the 3rd one. She shared these revelations during a lively discussion on relationships with her co-hosts. Interestingly, she seemed visibly frustrated when Joy Behar playfully suggested that women should consider marrying younger men. Whoopi Goldberg also didn't hold back when it came to the fiery debate over the recent Barbie movie, particularly on the fact that some conservative big names like Ben Shapiro and Ted Cruz, along with even Elon Musk, were making a fuss over the Greta Gerwig film. The movies apparently got them all riled up over its supposed feminist themes. Elon Musk, in his typical style, even took a jab at the film for apparently targeting the patriarchy. He joked, "If you take a shot every time Barbie says the word patriarchy, you'll pass out before the movie ends." But hold up, Whoopi's got something to say about all this. On the latest episode of The View, the EGOT-winning actress didn't mince words when it came to conservatives getting worked up over Barbie. She straight up declared, "It's a movie. It's a movie about a doll. I thought y'all would be happy. Barbie has no genitalia, so there's no sex involved. Ken has no genitalia, so he can't. It's a doll movie. And the kids know it's colorful and it's Barbie." And that's not all. Whoopi had some more thoughts to share. She directed her message towards the conservative critics, saying, "You guys, I want y'all to tell your daughters why you're not taking them to the Barbie movie. I want you to explain to them what's wrong with Barbie. It's a doll movie, guys. I'm shocked that that's what's freaking you out these days." What do you think, though? You can let us know, guys. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.